I possibly could make it with what means I had around me. So I did a lot of organizing, a lot of cleaning, and finally I got things looking in tip-top shape, or as good as I could get it, so that I can show you guys what's been going on and the changes that I have to my library since about a year and a half ago when I made my last update video. So anyway, let's take a look around. First in the corner, I've got my Scott Pilgrim poster. This is signed by director Edgar Wright as well as Brandon Routh. I got to meet them at an event back when the movie was coming out, and I still have the poster on my wall because I really enjoy the movie. Captain America's shield was the first gift that my wife gave me, so I keep that out as well. A nice old X-Men poster with art by Alex Ross. And then my first shelf is this manga shelf. Most of it is Dark Horse. You can see Berserk and Hellsing and Trigun and stuff. At the top, though, I have a bunch of manga that are like video game stuff. So Zelda, all the Legendary Editions, which have all the different games. You can pause and read those if you need to. And then the first 2 volumes of Twilight Princess that have come out. As well, I've got the first box set of Pokemon. So the first 7 volumes go through red, blue, and yellow. And then I also have these Pokemon books, which were released by Viz back around like when the anime first came out in the US. And they would release them as single issues that were the size of like Western floppies. I've also got the Nintendo Power Zelda Link to the Past manga that was from the magazine. And then Hyrule Historia. I still need to get the other nice hardcover, and there's a 3rd one coming out soon as well. Then I've got these old Pokeballs from Burger King, are a little bit dusty right now, and then I've got my Link Figma figure, which is awesome, from Skyward Sword. And then yeah, so going down, Blade of the Immortal, Berserk. Sorry, I almost fell down there. I got a few volumes out of the 5 Crying Freeman, Hellsing, Trigun Maximum. And at the bottom I go into Kodansha stuff, Animal Land, Parasite, and then I've got other publishers, Afro Samurai, Lucifer, and the Biscuit Hammer, and then these are all, right here, are all Cromartie High School. And then moving over here, this is the bulk of my manga collection. I organized the closet here. I don't know if people, if you watched my previous video, you would have seen that this was all stacked up, kind of like this is, reach for anything. So I bought some new shelves. These shelves right here from Target, this one, and this one, for 20 bucks each. So that's pretty good for $20. And used the shelves that were here inside of the closet here to kind of make it a little bit easier to access my stuff. The only problem is, of course, that it takes up, the books wind up taking up a little more space, so I wound up having these leftover stacks on the side. This is all my Tokyo Pop stuff, and then my Viz Media stuff is on this side. So it's still not perfect. I'd like to kind of apply some new shelves here. I'm not going to be in this room for that much longer, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm eventually going to move into a bigger space, as this room will become a nursery. Just showing what I've got here. I know that the Star Wars posters are kind of not at Black Clover, Bleach, Boruto, Kawa, Dr. Slump, Haikyuu, Karunogo, Hoshiningi, Knights of Zodiac, Muyo and Roji, My Hero Academia, Naruto. I know I don't have the whole series. Eventually I'll get the whole series, but obviously I've read the whole Naruto series. Nura, One Piece, One Punch Man, Promised Neverland, Kenshin, Sandland, Shaman King, Slam Dunk, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Yu Yu Hakusho, Zombie Powder, and then it goes into my Shonen Jump Advanced, Busa Renkin, Ice Shield 21. I got a volume of Food Wars, Gunblaze West, Hunter x Hunter, and then I've got Ranma 1/2 is pretty much the rest all the way down. I think at the bottom was a few volumes of Zatch Bell, 1 Pound Gospel, O Parts Hunter, and Excel Saga. And then on that side, Fulikuri, GTO, Love Hina, Planets, and Rave Master. Complete. And then finally, one last shelf of manga. Sorry, the lights are all over the place right now. On the top, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and my Junji Ito stuff. And then I've got the contents from the Akira box set, Battle Angel, Alita, Attack on Titan, Colossal, the first 3 out of 6 Death Note Black editions, all of the Viz Bigs for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and then I've got the 2 Dragon Ball Supers back there, and then Evangelion, the first 3 Vagabond Viz Bigs, the first volume of Fire Punch, a volume of Real, the Cowboy Bebop box set, and the first 3 hardcovers of Battle Royale. And I know the last 2 of those are going to be really hard to find, but fingers crossed, you know. So that's all of my manga. Just a look at that kind of corner of my room again. All my manga here. There's a lot of stuff that I'd like to get, but that's what I've got right now. The next corner of my room, this is all going to be Marvel stuff. So my Marvel collection really starts up here. And mind you, I've got a lot of collectibles out, a lot of figures and stuff. This is not everything that I own. This is just everything that I was able to place. I have more figures, statues, different collectibles that I'd like to put out, but just don't have the space for right now. But anyway, at the top of my Marvel shelves, starting with the Star Wars stuff, I've got the 3 Marvel Years retro, whatever you want to call it, Omnis, and then all the oversized hardcovers of the current stuff, as well as all of the Epic collections. And then the paperback for Son of Dathomir, which was previously really expensive and out of print when it was the Dark Horse version. And I've got a couple of the Stephen King box sets, the Muppets Omnibus. I don't have Muppet Babies yet. The 12, Bendis's Crime Noir Omnibus, Bendis's Powers Omnibus, Incognito, some Kick-Ass books, Strange Tales, and then a bunch of Ultimate stuff. Mostly the Ultimate section of my shelves is just Spider-Man. I know I'm missing volume 12, but I actually have that coming in the mail right now. Alias, Annihilation, Annihilation Conquest. Most of this is just in alphabetical order, but I placed the War of Kings trilogy next to Annihilation because it kind of sequentially goes together. West Coast Avengers, more Avengers stuff, New Avengers, Dark Avengers, Hickman Avengers, Young Avengers, Captain America, Daredevil, more Daredevil, a bunch of Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, a bunch of Guardians stuff, and going down under here, Hawkeye, Howard the Duck, some Hulk stuff, Infinity Gauntlet, Man Thing, Marvel Zombies, Miss Marvel, Punisher, Secret Wars 1 and 2, Secret Warriors, and I've got the 6 Kung Fu books all lined up there, Shield, and then a bunch of Spider-Man, including Loki. And then Werewolf by Night ends out all my omnibus editions, and then it goes into oversized hardcovers. Just a lot of various stuff in there. Nothing terribly interesting until you get to Punisher Max. Volumes 4 and 5, the 2 really rare ones, were both given to me as gifts. One of them by Jess, the Omnidog himself, and one of them by another member of the group who wished to remain anonymous. Supremely thankful for those. That was a big whale that I've been looking for in my collection for a long time, so it was awesome to get some help on those. I have a bunch of Spider-Man oversized hardcovers, and then Thanos OGNs and other stuff. Then it just goes into my paperbacks. I've got a pretty good section of the Black Panther stuff, decent amount of Captain America, some good Daredevil in there, a few Fantastic Four books, and then I've got a surprisingly large collection of Hulk paperbacks and related, including Hercules, Red Hulk, and She-Hulk. Some more stuff over here, and then I get my Spider-Man stuff starts up, and I've got a lot of Spider-Man books in paperbacks all the way to more than the halfway point on this last shelf. And then I got some Thunderbolts. Ends my first Marvel shelf. Now my second Marvel shelf is my X-Men shelf here, and I've got a little room for growth right there. This is all X-Men related stuff. I've got all these X-Men figures and stuff. I know a couple of Spider-Man one that's coming out that I'm going to need to find some extra money for. But yeah, starting at the top, Alpha Flight, a bunch of Deadpool books, a bunch of Wolverine books, X-Force, Ecstatics, X-Force, Uncanny X-Force, Uncanny Avengers, and Axis, since those are all connected. And then X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and this is all kind of just Claremont stuff. And then further oversized hardcovers chronologically organized on my shelves. Getting into more modern stuff, and then ending my oversized hardcovers with the Bendis run and the X-Men Legacy Legion Omnibus. I've got a few of those Premier Classic hardcovers, a bunch of X-Men related paperbacks, including Excalibur, New Mutants, Mystique, bunch of Wolverine material, X-23, X-Factor, and then at the bottom it's all the chronological X-Men books, Uncanny X-Men and all that stuff, Extreme X-Men, and then some mini-series and House of M stuff right there. So that's all of my X-Men related material. I've still got some more stuff to get, but that's it for right now. And then this shelf, I've got my Turtles at the top, and then Lock and Key, TMNT, and then the beginning of my Image oversized hardcovers. Bunch of cool stuff on that shelf. And then here it goes into my Image regular hardcovers and paperbacks. And then I've got my Boom stuff with the Amory Wars books and Power Rangers hardcover. I really enjoyed that series, so I had to get it in hardcover. I've got my Power Rangers, both of my Tommies lined up here. And then goes into hardcovers and paperbacks from other publishers. More stuff from other publishers, and then the beginning of my Valiant books. And the rest of my Valiant books. And then I have another section over here above. There's the Joker cover from the Black Mirror, Scott Snyder's first Batman story. We've got a bunch of hardcovers and paperbacks on the top here. This section is mostly going to be Dark Horse stuff. This shelf is all my Mignola, Hellboy, BPRD universe books. Some more library editions, and then a bunch of, these are all like Rick Remender's stuff. So some of them are from Image, like most of these are from Image actually, but they're the same size as like his library editions from Dark Horse, i.e. Fear Agent. And go down to the bottom, some more large hardcovers, ending with Big Damn Sin City. And then the last section of my library here, I'm going to step back, is my DC section and my Vertigo section. There's at the top there, I've got my Neil Adams prints. The Green Lantern, Green Arrow is up there, but as well the X-Men one. I know it's kind of out of place up there with my DC stuff, but I didn't really have another place to put it, and it's Neil Adams, so whatever. Bunch of Batman figures up at the top here. And then I go here, starting on my DC books. There's my Watchmen section, some DC stuff that's not part of DC continuity, Absolute Wonder Woman, and then my Omnis starting in alphabetical order, starting with Batman, Flash, Fourth World, Gotham Central, Grayson, Green Lantern. Again, sorry for the light coming from the windows on there. Hawkman, Justice League, JLI, JSA, Orion, New Teen Titans, Wonder Woman, and then a bunch of oversized hardcovers. And then I go into my Rebirth section of oversized hardcovers before going into my Batman section of oversized hardcovers, which are pretty much in chronological order. And then I have my Batman hardcovers, which are kind of chronological. Mostly just the New 52 stuff. Got Batwoman on there, and then a few other Batman hardcovers, and then I go into my Batman paperbacks. Just a few more holes to fill in with upcoming collections and a few older collections I need to grab. Then I've got a Batgirl Booster Gold, Catwoman, Flash, Frankenstein, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Green Lantern Corps, iVampire, Justice League Dark, Lex Luthor, Omega Man, Plastic Man, Question, Secret Six, Shazam, Starman, Suicide Squad, Superboy, Superman, and then ending it off with Wonder Woman and a couple of event books, Identity Crisis and Final Crisis. And then finally, my last shelf here at the top, I've got, most of this is just random. The only thing that makes sense on here is Morpheus, because this is my Vertigo shelf, but I've also got some Toy Story stuff, a Katamari, Michael Jordan from Space Jam, Turbo Man in the back there, a bunch of Batman figures over here, plus Swamp Thing, Spider Jerusalem, back there's Cassidy and Tulip, and then my Batmanga volumes. And then here I've got my absolutes for Preacher and Transmet, American Vampire, Animal Man, different series and stuff. Here, Hellblazer, more Hellblazer, Losers, Lucifer, Northlanders, Swamp Thing Omnibus with all my other Swamp Thing books on this shelf. More Swamp Thing down here. Unknown Soldier, and then a bunch of Omni, Sandman, Sleeper, 100 Bullets, Day Tripper, DMZ, Fables. I still need to get the rest of Fables in hardcover. Flex, Joe, Kid Eternity, Kill Your Boyfriend, Ocean Orbiter, Scalp, Sweet Tooth, Trillium, Why the Last Man, and that first volume of Unwritten. Now, I kind of zoomed through that, through a lot of material, but if there's anything in particular that stands out as being interesting or weird, then please go ahead and ask me about it. I'd love to talk about it, make maybe another video about some of these books. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me on here. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my library as it is now, and hopefully there's a lot more cool stuff to come, and it'll be sooner rather than later that I move into a nicer, bigger area. So anyway, thanks again for watching the video. Check me out over on the Omnibros live channel with all the other Omnibros, Jess, Omar, Gabe, Gio, and Luis. Check out my website, omnibuscollector.com. I just posted a new article on there just before making this video about Dan Slott's Spider-Man, and then also make sure to check out the Facebook page, Omnibus Collectors, Comic Swap, and Community. A lot of cool stuff going on in there. So anyway, a lot of cool stuff to check out, and I will see you guys next time.